Welcome to another episode of Collectors Coalition, the show that believes that magic is not an acceptable substitute for plot. I am one of your hosts, Christian Bean, and with me, as always, is my beautiful, my wonderful, the magical Mario Bennese.
What's up, you crazy rock and rollers?
This week's episode is a little bit late, and last week's episode is incredibly late. We've been a lot of finals, Thanksgiving and then finals and everything going on. You're gonna have to. No, I'm not saying expect it, but like these next 3 episodes will be a little bit weird because we're trying to get school done. It's been rough on the both of us, so we're trying. Like, I'm trying to post these as best I can. Sorry. A few things I want to do. Start of the show, just to let you know. Beginning of the new year, beginning of January, that week is not going to have an episode, and the week before is not. So the Christmas week and the New Year's week won't have episodes, but after that, we're starting into a more regular updating schedule. We've also been talking about adding more things to the site. Side things, we're going to be doing unboxing videos, which may or may not have, our first ones may or may not have been posted. I'm pretty sure I'm posting them before I post this episode. Along with that, we've been discussing about doing, at least I've been discussing with Mario about doing a side video game review, because I know Austin mentioned how I will also talk about getting games and talk about what I think about very quickly, but I won't give a good review of them, and I thought he made a really good point there. But the problem with video games is that they're such a complicated medium to where film can easily be discussed within 10-15 minutes what you feel about it and the problems, the pros and cons, at least broadly. Games, you can't do that. There's just too much. There's just so much in that art medium. So I've been thinking about doing that as a side thing with Mario, because he doesn't play the games, and I think having a fresh pair of eyes that sees that medium as new and is able to give a more objective point of view.
It's not that I don't like video games. I just don't have a console.
Yeah, you don't play them, so you can give a more like newcomer point of view of it. Something we're considering. We haven't figured out how exactly we're going to do it. I hate shows like we're doing new things and not tell you what the new things are.
Yeah.
So like feedback is kind of an important thing. If you all have feedback, just give it. We're interested to hear it. Other than that, I know Mario, you've been thinking about doing a couple of things.
Mainly unboxing things. Because
that was your idea. We should start doing unboxing videos.
Yeah, because I put up my stuff for my YouTube channel, and I'm like, all right, well, this would benefit myself, but it would also give the viewers a chance to actually look at what I get in my boxes instead of just listen to us describe it.
This is what it looks like.
This is how it feels in my hands.
Nice, rough, and coarse. It gets all over.
Well, you just butched episode 2 quote, but I don't think that's possible to make that dialogue any worse than it was.
I know you were talking about doing music reviews as a side thing.
Yeah, that could be a thing, because I do get a lot of music, and I listen to a lot of music. My headphones are usually always in my ears. Just
same.
I would appreciate music on just a spiritual level.
Spiritual?
It's a spiritual thing for me, man. It's a spiritual thing.
Magical.
It is. You think I'm joking? I was playing.
I know you're not joking.
Back in high school, there was one time I was playing guitar. Right, I was just playing a guitar solo, and I had like a musical orgasm. There's no other way to describe it, and I'm like, so that's
you found
so that's why Hendrix was making all those weird faces whenever he plays. He was like one with the music, and I was one with the music.
Yeah, that's all right. That's true. That's why he wasn't high 100% of the time.
No, there's no other way to describe it, man. I love music.
I got what you're saying. I'm just messing with you. On top of that, I'm gonna kind of reorganize how I like cut up these and like post them on the site. I'm gonna do it a little differently. I haven't figured out exactly what I'm gonna do. I've got like a vague idea, but you'll see when it's done. Yeah, so that's basically everything that's been going on. A bunch of new stuff we're gonna be doing when next year comes around. Along with that, I wanted to discuss that. Yes, we did see Magical Beasts and Where to Find Them. No, we did not see it opening night, so no, we won't be like reviewing it here. We just kind of saw it on our own time. I originally wasn't intending to see it because I wasn't very interested in it, but then I was given a free ticket. So was he. So we're like, all right, well, if it's free.
Yeah.
And we realized that it's probably best if we don't discuss it because we didn't like it. And I love Harry Potter. and I couldn't stand this movie. Like,
I'm impartial to Harry Potter, but I appreciate what it does. I just feel like this one had too many shoehorned references, and it's like, look, it's Harry Potter, but not really Harry Potter.
My whole thing was just like the Albus Dumbledore name drop is just so.
Hogwarts is the best school.
Hogwarts is the best school. I'm like, dude, shut up. Like, don't just stop.
The line of dialogue after it. Hogwash.
Yeah, it's just.
You wash your language there, young lady.
That whole trailer bit with the Dumbledore name drop is just as heavy-handed as it was in the trailer, and then the villain of the movie is the actor is terrible. He's garbage. Why does he? I was looking apparently like he's famously known for being a bad actor. Why does he keep getting work? He's terrible. The entire movie he's one of the worst things I've ever seen.
Because in Hollywood you fail upwards.
I remember right, Adam Driver was the kid, right?
No, that was Ezra Miller.
Ezra Miller, that's right. I always get the two confused. They look a lot alike to me. Ezra Miller did fantastic. I think he's the one character in the movie, and like that actor did a really good job.
Yeah.
And then I realized for the very end, spoiler alert, for those of you who like keep up with casting like anybody else does, Johnny Depp's in this film for like 2 seconds, and I'm like, what? What was that? I want more depth than that. Come on, man, it's Johnny Depp. Give me some more. At least he bring some zaniness to this.
Wear a bird hat like he did in Lone Ranger.
Oh my god, I loved Lone Ranger.
I hated that movie.
Hilarious.
I hated that movie.
That was hilarious.
Horrible adaptation of the show.
The show wasn't even good. The show's not even.
Excuse you, sir?
The show is so bland and stupid. At least this movie tried to add some like humor to it. To the show's like its humor's like funny, right? Because it's racist. I'm like, yeah, ha 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 ha.
Everyone tells me you haven't seen very many Lone Ranger episodes.
I've seen every single Lone Ranger episode at least twice, and I don't think it's very funny.
All of them?
All of them. Every single one.
Even with the casting changes?
Yes.
All right.
Question me, I dare you. I loved the Lone Ranger as a kid. I grew up and realized, wow, this show is stupid. Because it is. It's a stupid
still like the Lone Ranger.
It's a stupid show. It's dumb. Sorry.
Well, so is the Beverly Hillbillies.
Yes, it is. It's dumb.
Hee-haw.
So we saw it. We didn't like it. We're not going to get in detail like discussion. It's just
if they're not even going to bother to get in detail on how the rules of their world works,
yeah,
we're not going to get in detail about why this movie sucks.
The film does not make any sense, and just we thought it'd be dishonest of us to not at least mention we saw it and like what we thought of it quickly. Like maybe one day we'll get into a big deeper discussion more about what we thought of it, but right now we didn't like it.
Maybe something about riding on the coattails of a successful franchise.
Someone has a stronger opinion than the other, I feel. All right, guys, let's just hop right into the news. First up, Black Bolt's getting his own Marvel solo series in spring 2017. It's supposed to follow the X-Men versus Inhumans event, and it'll be written by Saladin Ahmed. I can't pronounce. And the art is going to be by Christian Ward. He did the Ultimates, if you aren't aware, like the Ultimates line in the Ultimate. I don't know how to say it without something stupid. The title called The Ultimates during the Ultimate run, like Ultimate Spider-Man, Ultimate Iron Man, all that stuff. He did the Ultimates line. It's fine, cool, all right.
Why?
I get Black Bolt. I get Black Bolt because he's a hugely popular character.
What was the other one? The other one that we were just like, why?
I don't remember. I forgot about it because I don't care about the Inhumans. Black Bolt's the only one I kind of get. Like, all right, I can see that.
I was thinking of the Daredevil stuff.
Oh,
no,
Bullseye getting his own solo series because why not? Why not? Who cares? No one cares anymore. Moving on because that really isn't much to say about that. Along with the Inhumans, the Royal family is getting its own comic series titled Royals because, you know, they're clever. This series is going to be debuted in April 2017 with writer Al Edwin and artist John Boy Mayers. And I think, on one hand, I hate the Royals.
I am Lord, yeah.
I am Lord, yeah. On one hand, I think the title's a little dumb, like kind of there. But again, it's another line I kind of understand. Like, I don't like the Inhumans franchise. But I get these two titles. I get as fans why they'd be pretty cool. I just don't.
I got nothing to say.
I won't pick them up because I don't care about them. They're not very interesting. Like, why? I feel like it's a necessary. Like, I get why it exists. It's going to be interesting for those fans. I just will not be interested in it. I know you're the same way.
So I don't care one way or the other, really.
The last bit of Inhumans news is that the Inhumans TV series is to debut in IMAX on Labor Day, September 4th, 2017. Like I said before, Inhumans being a TV series is a better choice for them. Because I feel as a movie, you won't be able to get... There's just so many characters with the Inhumans. As a movie, it won't work. It's sort of like the problem with the X-Men movies. There's just too many characters to fit into a movie series. I feel like a TV series is much... You can do more with it. You can have more characters. As long as it's a high-budget TV series, which I don't think it's going to be. I hope it is. I want it to be successful. I just don't want to have to care about it. Yeah. I don't want to have to care, so I don't want to have to see it. I can ignore it if it's a TV series, at least. I'm cool to see a release date, September 4th, Labor Day. I think that'd be cool. I'm interested in seeing it. I'm probably going to see it in IMAX. Why not? I'll give it a try.
Do we even have an IMAX theater around here?
Yes, we got a couple, actually. We just don't see movies in IMAX very often.
I've never been to an IMAX movie.
It's not worth it. Honestly, it's just loud.
I've sat front row in a giant screening room. That kind of counts.
Excuse me.
I did that for Star Trek Into Darkness. Spock's nose was right on my face.
The first IMAX, at least I can remember, I saw the Dark Knight in IMAX, and it was loud, like really loud, but it was kind of cool because I'm I was 13, 14 years old, seeing the Dark Knight in IMAX. I was like, ee! I was really happy. It was a lot of
just
fun.
like that.
Yeah. My uncle was like, it was my uncle. Like, I think it was like a gift for me. Like, it was a surprise. Like, we were going out, went to eat, and I was spending the day with him. I'm like, so what are we doing now? I was like, we go to a comic book store. Or what are we doing? He's like, oh, I got a surprise for you. I'm like, what? We went to the movie theater, and he's like, he pulls out these tickets, and it's to the Dark Knight IMAX tickets. I'm like, yes, all right. I was really happy. It was a great movie. But yeah, probably go see an IMAX with you. Get an IMAX experience. That'd be fun. Yeah. Next up is Alien Covenant gets a May 19th, 2017 release date. The movie will mark the end of the Ripley story of the Alien saga. So it should be the official end. No more Ripley stories after that. Which is cool, I guess. If it's Ellen's last movie, I kind of hope her daughter might get something. Yeah, maybe, but I just love her to stay in video games. If we get an Alien Isolation 2, please. Sega, if you're listening, I'm begging. I'm begging now. I will get on my knees and I'll beg you for another Alien Isolation game.
I think we need another Aliens Colonial Marines.
No, we don't. We didn't even need the first Aliens Colonial Marines. That game did not need to exist. It was so bad. I hate it so much. I think that I'm really happy that it's so close. It's so soon. Like it's almost here. Maybe a good Alien movie. I can only dream. One can only dream that this movie and this franchise is good. It kind of sucks. This is the last movie with Ripley. I do love Ripley as a character. I think she's so amazing, and I love her so much. But what can you do? You have to end the character eventually, Yeah. Sorry, City. I just ate, so I'm yawning. I just ate food. Next up, Justice League Dark Anime movie will be rated R. It will debut on DVD and Blu-ray on January 2017. Why? Like, what is this big kick with the rated R animated films for them? Like, what are they getting out of this? What do they win? What do they want?
To prove that they can appeal to the adult demographic and that comics aren't for kids anymore.
Right. They can keep telling themselves that.
Yeah.
Because it totally is. Like, calm down, guys. You're not breaking any new ground here. Come on. There's no need for me to rated R. Honestly, I kind of want this movie to be like live action, but that's just me because I just want to see Constantine on the big screen.
Maybe for like the smoking and the supernatural elements, but even then that would just be like a PG-13. So somebody's probably dropping like an F-bomb in there.
It's probably Constantine. Let's not lie, it's Constantine.
I kind of want to see that now.
It's
animated Constantine swearing up a storm.
This next one's kind of interesting, though. Rogue One reshoots result in a new ending. Writer Tony Gilroy nabs $5 million for this new ending script. I wonder what that means, because that could mean anywhere between it was just new dialogue that changed how the implication of the ending, or it could mean an entirely new ending altogether. Could that be that it was too dark and they wanted to lighten it up a bit, or was it not dark enough and they wanted to make it darker? I wonder what that means.
Or was it too light and they thought it was not light enough? I don't know. Tap dancing Chewbacca at the end.
Can we get an R2-D2 who break dances, gets on his head and starts spinning around in circles, please?
Well, we already had that test footage for the Yoda that was breakdancing with those clone troopers.
Oh yeah, I remember that. That's awesome. I don't know how I feel about that. It's interesting. It's also so close.
I want to know what they changed, and if we're gonna get to see it on like maybe the Blu-ray release.
That'd be kind of cool. Or maybe they'll tell us like, "Hey, this is
what if they have? What if they play two different versions of the same film, and they just alternate it, kind of like Twilight Zone: Tower of Terror, where you get like different patterns every time you go on?
You really think Disney's gonna do that?
No, but it'd be cool.
It won't
screw
happen.
with people.
That's just mean, Mario. What are you doing?
Man, I can't believe Jin died. Really? Because Jin lived at the end of my movie.
What? Oh my God! They killed everyone. They went evil. The entire rebellion's in so much trouble. I wonder how they like. I wonder how that ties into New Hope. What are you talking about? They delivered the plans in mine. I love the film theory channel. I love game theory, but their film theory channel is awesome. I like how he connects that the Rogue One crew could end up being the Knights of Ren, and it's ridiculous, but like how he explains it's just hilarious. I love it so much. It's really cool. Continuing movies that I actually really love, Lego Batman movie will be getting Billie Dee Williams as Two-Face. What?
Well, because he played Harvey Dent in Batman '89.
I know, and it's so cool, man. What? This movie will be released on February 10th, 2017, and God, it can't be any could it be sooner? Can I get it tomorrow? Can I have this film now? Everything about the Lego Batman. I deserve this. Yeah, I deserve this. I earned this today. Mom, Dad, see the city today. Think you'd be proud. Everything about that movie has either made me tear up or laugh hysterically. It's just so funny. Just like
I can't wait.
Goes from his theme song to beatboxing. Like, there's something innately beautiful about this. And then we got Billie Dee Williams doing Two-Face. Like,
ABR, Alfred. Always be recording.
The rule of this household. It's just, I'm really happy. It's another really good casting choice. Like, I think the only one I was confused was Zach Galifianakis as the Joker.
Yeah.
But then I heard it, and then I'm like, this is hilarious. Why would I ever question that?
I mean, Masterminds.
I love Masterminds.
No, that was Keeping Up with the Joneses.
I'm kidding.
Okay. You farted right in my butthole.
Oh my God. That poor... Zach Galifianakis, I feel, is a funny human being. I think he's a funny person. I just do not think that he picks funny roles. I think they're all very stereotypical for him, and I think
it's the fat, stupid one.
Yeah, and I don't like that.
Same thing with Melissa McCarthy.
Yeah, I do feel like Melissa McCarthy has talent, but she is underutilized a little bit. I don't know, man. I'm really happy for this movie because I'm pretty vocal about how much I hate the dark Batman. I just feel like there's just something. I feel there's an innate problem with Batman being all dark all the time, and it comes down to that when your Batman's all dark all the time, there's really the moments in Batman comics that are great are the moment that he smiles or something really sweet happens. And it doesn't mean anything if it's like super dark all the time. Like, we're getting to it later, but the Batman Annual had one of the most adorable moments in Batman in a long time. We'll get to it later. It brings back a character I miss so goddamn much.
Batmite.
Yes, Batmite. I do miss Batmite. Batmite's awesome. Moving on, the FX officially orders a pilot for Sons of Anarchy spin-off series Mayan MC. They'll be start filming in March 2017. I don't like Sons of Anarchy. I never have. I never saw the appeal. I never could get into it. I love the actors. I think all the actors are great. I think the show was boring and dumb.
I've never seen it.
It's about a biker gang doing biker gang stuff, being a biker gang.
Real descriptive there.
It's just not interesting. It's like it takes itself so seriously with a performance with actors that perform so unseriously. You know what I mean? Like it takes itself seriously, but no, I don't see how anybody else does. It's just so corny and hokey and dumb. But it was popular. I hope the fans of the series, at least this makes them happy. You know, I want a Dexter spin-off series or like, you know, all these different spin-off series. I'd want like I got the Breaking Bad spin-off series. I just haven't seen the newest season. I haven't seen season 2 yet. Don't ruin Better Call Saul. I love season 1. It was amazing. It's so good. I don't know, man. It's Sons of Anarchy. I don't care. I don't want it to happen. Now to get more video game related news, but not video games. Rides based on Nintendo's properties like Mario and Zelda are coming to Universal theme parks in Hollywood, Orlando, and Japan. Cool.
So do I get to ride for free?
If you don't realize the silence there was me staring at Mario with a face of disgust and anger. And he's just staring back at me with the stupidest, dumbest grin on his face. Like he just pooped. And he's really happy about that. Like he just pooped himself. He's really proud of himself. Like a baby who is constipated and it finally comes out. He's like, I did it!
Okay, Smee.
Like you still pooped your pants. Don't get too excited. Calm down.
Okay, Smee.
Look, alright, I love this beanie. It's awesome. You're just jelly because you don't look as cool as I do. All right, that's kind of cool. If I remember properly, Nintendo's getting an entire section in Orlando, at least for them, like a few rides. So I'm interested to see. I'll go. I'll ride a Zelda ride. I'll jump in a Mario ride.
Will it have the Zelda rap?
What?
Will it have the Zelda rap?
No, it won't. Because everyone's trying to forget that, Mario. Everyone is trying to forget that.
What about the Nintendo cereal? Will they put that back on sale?
That'd be kind of nice, actually.
I've
always wanted to try it. Last but not least, on the video game related news, Telltale Games, if you don't know them, they've made the Batman Telltale series, the Walking Dead Telltale series, which I love a lot. The Tales of the Borderlands, that's what it's called, Telltale series, and a bunch of different series of interactive video games. They're now making Guardians of the Galaxy, which both slated for 2017. If you don't think that it could get any better, it's to tie in with Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. That means it's going to be canon within the MCU, which means we might finally get an MCU video game that isn't complete trash. Because they're all awful.
Every last one of them.
I actually wanted to discuss this a bit because I love the Telltale games because they require so little of me. But I think that the problem with the Telltale series is that they know how limited my expectations or everyone's expectations are for them, so they have a tendency to make them super glitchy and boring, and the story's not very good. But I'm interested to see the Guardians of the Galaxy game because, like, they're always these Telltale games are open ended and just one of those your choices matter type things, and like you can't do that relating to a movie series. You can't do that. Like, it's not. You have to have some kind of story. You can't have multiple possibilities. It's just not. I don't know. I'm interested to see where it goes, honestly. But that was the news. We'll see. I'm excited. What's gonna happen?
Things and stuff.
Ooh, it's not in here because it wasn't that big enough to mention. But like, we know for a fact that Spider-Man's gonna have the webbing under his arms.
Cool.
Yeah, they announced it officially that's something that Tony Stark added to his suit, which is awesome. It's really exciting. A buddy of mine was like getting real pumped and was messaging me in a group chat I have my friends back at home about it, and I was messaging him back like, "It's really cool. I'm really excited." I just wanted to mention that as a side thing. There is a bunch of news going on this week. For those who know, the PlayStation experience happens. There's a bunch of different stuff that have been announced. We're going to discuss them more in depth next week when I get a better idea of what was announced and see everything. Just because well, we're recording this when it's happening, like when it's already like kind of coming out. Like I know of a couple things that have been announced. I don't know everything, so I don't know. It's not enough detail for me to talk about. Also, I kind of ordered Final Fantasy 15, so we get the collection discussion we're getting to. I kind of ordered that. I haven't gotten it yet, so I haven't played it, so I can't really tell you like anything about it. I haven't like just seen it. And I'm like, all right, cool. It's coming. It's literally coming in the day after this recording. We're recording this on a Saturday. It's coming this Sunday. I'm really mad. I want to play it. Mainly because I thought it was gonna be terrible, and I'm only hearing rave reviews about it. I'm like, all right, if it's awesome, I'll play it. I love awesome games. Let's do it. Let's do it.
As opposed to terrible games.
Yeah, like Final Fantasy VII. I can wait. Hear that? I hear the pitchforks. They're sharpening. They're coming after me, man. I have to go. Bye. I'm back. I kept kidding. I'm being melodramatic. Should we get into the collection discussion?
Yeah.
All right, let's do this.
All right, so we got 2 weeks worth of comics to discuss, but since this week was a relatively late week, it's not too heavy of a load.
Literally 3 comics.
Well, for you, but like 5 for me. But still, that's nothing.
4 for you. No, you are right. You absolutely. I'm sorry. It is 5 for you.
Yeah, but it was a relatively light week, and that was great for my wallet. First up, we have Action Comics number 968, written by Dan Jurgens and art by Tyler Kirkham.
It was fine. I liked it.
Yeah, more story build-up.
You'd be surprised that we didn't highlight it. It's because it's just story build-up. It's just story build-up.
It's not a bad thing. It's just we're just transitioning to a new part of the story.
And as always, the art's fantastic. It's fun to look at. It's interesting. It's enjoyable.
Yeah, it was a pretty cool battle.
Yeah, it was cool, wasn't it, man?
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun.
Not much else to really say about it.
Yeah, it really is just kind of a, hey, prepare yourself. The next issue's going to beat you up. Cool. I'm ready for it. I'm all ready for it.
I'm excited to see where it goes.
Yeah, same here.
Next up is Batgirl number 5, written by Hope Larson and art by Raphael Albuquerque.
Very satisfying ending to that arc, I feel. I really like how it ended. I enjoyed it. I feel that the redemption for her best friend / kind of guy she likes was both sensible but not like dumb. Like, oh, I forgive him for everything. It's like, I forgive you, but like you did kind of lie to me, so I'm still not going to talk to you. And I'm like, yeah, I like that. It's that you are forgiven, but doesn't mean you get what you want. You're forgiven, which means that everything's fine. We're just not going to be very close anymore because, I can't trust you. I'm like, I like that. I like the final bit, how she defeats the teacher. I like how the ending with the students happens. It's really good. It's really good ending. I didn't highlight it mainly because, honestly, as good as it is, the systemic problem of this comic line is it's just not very interesting. As a Batgirl fan and as a Bat Family fan, I enjoy it because it's fun. It's a good Batgirl line. Like, how can you not like that? But as like when you look at it just as a broader standpoint, as someone who likes comics, it's not very good. It's just okay. It's a fine comic line. It's a fine ending to a fine story.
Okay.
Yeah. Mario's like, I have not read it. I'm going to nod in agreement.
Yeah. Don't hurt me. Next up is Batman Beyond number 2, written by Dan Jurgens and art by Bernard Chang.
It's always a good week when Dan Jurgens writes 2 of your comics.
It is a very good week.
He's a very good writer. I like him a lot. I like him a lot.
He's like the soul food of comic book writing. He
really
hits you right where you need it.
And Batman Beyond did. Batman Beyond was really good. Like, I'm really excited for the next issue type good. Like, it's a huge build up for what's going to happen in the next issue. Me and Mario just like, okay, bring it on, guys. Let's do this.
Give me more.
Give me more.
So good.
It is very good. It's very fun. I thought it was amazing. I'm really excited for the next issue. The ending is insanity.
Yeah.
So you get to see, as not spoilers, the last issue told you, you get to see Terry as a Joker henchman, and it's the best. It's just the best thing ever. Like, there's just levels of beautiful behind it. I just love it so much. Also, this villain's like, he thinks he's gonna revive the Joker. I do have a complaint though. Now that I think about it, I don't like how they say the Joker died. I thought it was really underwhelming and dumb.
It was alright.
Kind of basically dies because of an accident. I'm like, it's really underwhelming. It just kind of happens. Like, this is how he died. Like, that's really boring. It's kind of cool though because it tells you that Joker's coming back, which is nice. which means now we wait for a Joker line in the main Batman stories. I think they're building up to it. I think he's really just kind of like just getting you ready for it.
The other thing I really dig about this book, though, is that it feels connected to the DCU now, because they have that line where it's like, oh, well, Superman died and then he came back, so why can't we do the same with Joker? I'm like, all right, so so now it feels like there's an actual history there.
I like how there's history, but your example is dumb.
Yeah, your example is dumb.
And that's entirely different reasons why he came back. I think you should calm down for a bit.
But it gives me some hope that, yes, this is all... Like, I mean, I know it was part of the Rebirth Initiative, but it now feels like it.
Yeah, it feels like it's more tied in now. Batman Beyond was the biggest one. Like, how would they bring back some history stuff that happened back in the day?
Next up is Blue Beetle #3, written by Keith Giffen and art by Scott Collins.
I like it. I like there's this like, they discuss the fact, they just start discussing, like, what the Blue Beetle suit is. And, like, where did it come from? What is it doing? And we get some things with Fate. Fate's in it for a bit, which is kind of cool.
Mostly in flashback. Actually, all in flashback.
It's all in flashback, but
But it's still cool because we get to see a little bit more of that conversation that was had between him and Ted Kord in the Rebirth one-shot.
I also kind of love... I might actually reread that one-shot because I really love that one-shot. Sorry. I also love the title of the next arc.
Yeah.
Was it the story of the Blue Beetles? That's right. We said Beetles. I
it felt very like 70s or 80s, and I'm down with that, man.
Snarky.
I'm down with it.
It's exciting.
That's because Keith Giffen's writing it. He wrote a lot of stuff in like the 80s and
it's fun.
Stuff.
I'm enjoying this. I'm excited for the next one.
I dig this book a lot. It's getting a lot better. It's moved away from the villain of the month thing,
which I didn't mind. I just felt it was kind of boring.
Yeah.
The villains weren't very interesting, so the villain of the month idea only works if the villains are interesting, and I felt the Blue Beetle villains just weren't interesting.
Next up is Deathstroke #7, written by Christopher Priest and art by Carlo Pagulayan.
You picked this up, didn't you? For the Superman?
No.
Because Superman's in it.
Crap.
He's in this entire arc.
Oh, how many people are honestly picking this title up?
If you're smart, you're not. And he's only in the very beginning, very end. But he's going to be in a lot the next issue. I honestly think the next issue is the ending of his arc. So, yeah. And it makes sense. Like, Superman, it's the U.S. government trying to convince Superman to take down Deathstroke. But Superman's like, I don't work for you.
Good.
But then they pointed out, like,
Frank Miller?
And then they pointed out, well, you did help us with Aquaman. Like, yeah, and that was a mistake. I was like, all right. That's fair. That's a fair point, Superman. You win this argument. But, like, I kind of agree with them. Like, Deathstroke's a mass murderer. And, like, kills a lot of people and is a dangerous person. Like, why hasn't Superman taken care of him yet? Batman can't.
Because crypto.
Because we know Batman can't. We know Batman can't stop him. Every time he tries, he just breaks out. And, like, you can't put him in prison. There's no prison that holds him. He needs to be in Belle Reve. But, of course, like...
Put him in the Phantom Zone.
Seriously though. Didn't the one time they have him in Belle Reve as part of Suicide Squad and escaped anyways?
I think so.
Yeah, it's a fine issue. You know what? No, it's not. It's a bad issue. The coolest parts were Superman parts. Other than that, it was hard to follow and dumb. Like everything Deathstroke has been hard to follow and dumb. Honestly, after the Superman bit, I'm probably just going to drop it. I am tired of this series.
Tell me how you really feel.
Yeah, I'm just tired of it. It's just so cumbersome, difficult to read.
Next up is Detective Comics #945, written by James Tynion IV and art by Eddie Barros. I'm
just praising. I'm praising James for his he's perfect. He's perfect in every way. This book was good. I liked it a lot.
Yeah, I liked it a lot too.
I love that moment there's a moment where Spoiler just calls Batman out. It's
Spoilers, bro.
It's like she's just like, look, you only care about us when one of us dies. Like, that's when you actually show affection. And even then, it's only because you have to satisfy your own guilt. And I'm like, whoo, girl. Whoo-hoo. This man could kill you with a flick. Why don't you calm down? You get off your high horse. Like, he gets her, like, psychological help and then hides to listen into the psychological help. I'm like, that's really twisted.
Yeah. Yeah, that did happen, didn't it?
Yeah. It's like, that's really... And then that's when Spoiler calls him out. It's like, this is ridiculous. What are you doing? And I'm like, yeah, you go, girl. He deserves this. He's insane. Batman's insane. What does he think he's good at doing?
What else? Why else would he dress up as a giant bat?
Oh, yeah. And, like, plattering an S on your chest from a family that you didn't even know and then flying in the air in a blue jumpsuit. That's not crazy.
There's a fight in weights.
There's a fight in weds. It was good. I really enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun. Again, it's a lot of build up to the next issue. It's like Action Comics. It's a good issue, but it's all build up. So it's really hard to talk about this without being like, yeah, it's good, but like we do want to know what happens next. Want to know what happens next. When you get to that point, you're like, all right, it's not really worth highlighting. It's just kind of a build up to the next issue.
I think the villains are pretty cool too.
I love them.
I love the first Victim Syndicate or something like that.
The Victim Syndicate and the main guy is called the First Victim. I think it's really cool. I like why they're bad guys. I think it's a really cool story.
I dig it too.
Yeah,
and
really...
they're creepy as hell.
They are creepy.
Next up is Flash number 11, written by Joshua Williamson and art by David Feliz.
Yeah,
Feliz Navidad.
He's a new artist.
Feliz Navidad.
Good. I liked it.
Yeah, I liked it too.
The next issue might be insane though. The next issue might actually be crazy. I was thinking about highlighting this. The problem is the reason I'm highlighting it is for the ending, because the ending is such a like, oh, I see what you did there. Ha, yeah. Clever. But then you're like, yeah, but that's spoiling like a really good ending. I'm like, nah, I'm not gonna do that to y'all. I'm not gonna be that guy. It's good though. It's fun.
It is.
I like
really
it a lot.
good.
Yeah, the art's amazing.
This is a consistently good book.
Yeah, it is. Every issue is like, this is completely worth it. Like, so interesting.
I'm so glad that DC hired Joshua Williamson, because when he pitched them the story about Godspeed, they're like, yeah, we're not really sure we want to do that. And he's like, I want to tell this story. And then he got somebody to vouch for him.
Yeah.
So.
And good, because it was a good story. Godspeed was a good story. Also heartbreaking. Very heartbreaking.
Next up is Hal Jordan and the Green Lantern Corps number 9, written by Robert Venditti and art by Raphael Sandoval.
Oh, dude, another one. Another one you're like, oh my god, the next issue is going to be insanity.
Oh, God, yes.
The Lanterns coming to realize that they are in Brainiac's ship. That kind of real, like, the things they start putting together, you're like, oh. And the moment John figures it out, the look on his face is priceless. He's just like, oh, the worst possible case scenario. The worst thing that could possibly happen.
Is it bad that I forgot that Brainiac bottles cities?
Yeah, because
for half a second I forgot. Oh yeah, he does do that, doesn't he? Because the last time he bottled a city was the beginning of the New 52 Action Comics run. That was the last time he did. Every time else, he's just been floating around a giant ship, and I'm so used to that.
Yeah, it's just kind of cool to see like him doing that again. Like
I miss that.
I do too. Because
that's terrifying.
Yeah, it is.
Your city's been bottled. You are now miniature. Have fun with that.
At least he feeds you.
Yeah, but you're in a bottled city.
Does kind of stink. It was good though, man. It was a lot of fun. I liked it a lot.
You are someone's trophy.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
It was fun. The next issue is going to be great.
Next up is Harley Quinn number 8, written by Amanda Connor and Jimmy Palmiotti, and art by Joseph Michael Leisner.
I want to drop this line, but then they do cute things like this, and I can't drop this line. It's a one-shot with Poison Ivy and Harley Quinn going on vacation like they've been building up to, and it's so cute. And then, like, they're like, yeah, you know that drops been making a Joker? Here's more. He's coming. And I'm like, come on, guys, stop. Just stop. And now I know for a fact where it is in the timeline, and I'll discuss that later, how I know. But it's just, A, makes less sense, and B, is really dumb. Just gonna put that out there. But now I know Joker's gonna come back, and this is before Joker died in the New 52 run. So I'm like, oh, I want to see that the conversation there. It just sounds really interesting. I'm just very angry. I'm like, no, I want to drop you, but then Joker. I'm like, oh, come on, guys, don't do this to me. I don't like this line. This issue is good. One issue is good. In a sea of bad issues, this one issue is good. Continue.
So it's a D title book then. It gets a D if you were to grade it.
If I were to grade it, we get a D. Yes.
Okay. Next up is Hellblazer number 4, written by Simon Oliver and art by Mortat.
I agree. This one to get a B though. Hellblazer has the issue to where sometimes it's a little bit wordy, but other than that, it's great. It's great. It's funny. It's fun. It's interesting. I don't know where the story's going. Honestly, I have no idea. I'm so confused. It makes no sense, but it's like that makes no sense in a good way. Like it's super cool and whatnot. It's how it explains things. You're like, what? Why? And like Constantine gives these idiots a fake magical recipe, and he's just like, so is that really how to predict lottery numbers? He's like, no, I just give a bunch of nonsense. They would just start running around looking for stuff to buy us time, and I'm like, you're an idiot. And it doesn't work either. That's the worst part. They come back in a reasonable amount of time, and I'm like, you idiot. What'd you expect?
That's all you got?
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, it's all I got. It's fun. Get it. It's a good time.
Next up is Star Wars number 25, written by Jason Aaron and art by George Molina.
Woo!
Woo?
Woo! I love this book. 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 And the next issue is gonna be awesome. I like to see this crew of stormtroopers working together. Also, I'm blanking on his name right now. I think it's called Scar or something like that. He's from the old canon.
Oh.
And in the old canon, he doesn't have an arm. He's missing an arm. One of the arms robotic. We now know how he gets his robotic arm again. If we told that story. And dang, it's dark. It's really dark. I like it a lot. It's really good. I've been recommending it to anyone. Just get it. Get it. It's a good time. Fun, awesome Star Wars adventure. There's this moment where Han Solo almost tells Leia he loves her, but doesn't. You're like, I know when it comes, and I hate you. It's a good book. A lot of fun. Again, I'm still waiting for the next issue. The next issue is going to be amazing.
That's all you got?
Yeah.
Next up is Teen Titans number 2, written by Ben Percy and art by John Boy Myers. I liked it.
Yeah, it's fun.
It's fine. The intro was cool.
I thought so too. I thought the book was really good. I like this anti-team they're fighting against. I think that's really cool.
I'm going to have a hard time remembering the villains' names.
Yeah, same here.
Because you just introduced 5 new villains to me.
It's going to take us at least a couple more issues to really get down their names. Basically, anti-Robin, anti-Raven, it's just anti-everybody.
Yeah.
But it's cool. I like it.
I dig it.
Yeah.
I dig it. Next up is Wonder Woman number 11, written by Greg Rucka and art by Liam Sharp. Also really good.
Very good. Entertaining. Not much to say about that, too. It's another one of those, like, I'm waiting for the next issue.
Yeah, the next issue is part of the year 1 story, isn't it, then? Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the superior story. Not that this isn't good, it's just that one's...
This one's ending.
I'm digging the year 1 more.
Yeah, same here. I thought it was really good. It's really, like, depressing toward the end of this issue. It's really sad. That's fine.
All right, next up is the stuff from this week. So we got Batman Rebirth Annual number 1, written by Scott Bryan Wilson, Steve
Variety
Orlando.
Of people. I'm going to stop you there.
Yeah.
And same with
notable is Paul Dini, Scott Snyder, Tom King. We got Neil Adams on art.
And Steve Orlando. I would say Steve Orlando as well.
Yeah. We got David Finch, and if anybody really cares anymore, Neil Adams.
Yeah. His story was... The story he was on was awful, and his art wasn't very good.
I hated it. I absolutely hated it.
The Batman Rebirth is a series of short stories, and it's a mixed bag. The first one's about Ace the Bat Hound and the story behind Ace the Bat Hound, and it's great. I mean... Loved it. Again, Tom King delivers a great story. We get Stunner back on doing
What else are you getting me for Christmas, Alfred?
And Alfred's just like, oh, sorry, an oversight, sir. No, I'm messing with you, Alfred. You got me a dog. It's fine. You jerk. It's like, world's greatest detective, huh? Scott Snyder's story was also very good. I really enjoyed it. He's had this really cool bit with an acrobat. It was called Silent Night.
Yeah, and then you had the Silent Night of Harley Quinn. Like, come on, you already gave me one story with the title Silent Night in there somewhere. No.
I think Steve Orlando wrote the other one I liked.
Was that the one with Scarecrow in there? And that one chick.
We're missing one.
There's the last one with that ice guy that introduces the new villain for 2017.
I don't remember who. I like all of them except for the Harley Quinn one. I
Hated
thought the
that one.
Scarecrow one was just mediocre. It's fun.
Same.
It was
Same.
fun. I liked it. I just thought it was okay. It's a mixed bag. The art's the same way. Neil Adams does terrible art, unfortunately. This one wasn't very good. I usually like his art a lot. David Finch did fantastic. Whoever worked on Snyder and King, I know David Finch worked on either Snyder or King, I can't remember which, but the other one was also really good. I can't remember his name right now.
And then whoever did the last one, they need to work on their eyes because they looked weird.
They did look weird.
It's
a mixed bag, but I think
the thing I have a hard time understanding is why the story with Harley Quinn, which was written by Paul Dini, was so atrocious.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. It was pretty hard to read. Oh. But quick. That's how I know where Harley Quinn takes place in the timeline now. It takes place before the New 52. From what I understand. Like, he's in his classic suit. Like, the blue.
With the shorts?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. We don't get to actually see his bottom. But he's in the blue.
He had the shorts on.
Yeah, he's in the blue and gray suit.
Yeah. Without
the yellow symbol. So that's a little weird. Yeah. But he's in an older suit, which I'm imagining means they're trying to tell us that timeline's before. It doesn't make any sense now. Like, it's really hard to place, and making it officially part of the canon makes it really hard to like read because you're like, this doesn't fit at all. None of this makes sense. But that's also why Joker can come in at any point when he wants because he's not technically dead yet.
Yeah.
Or he's not dead at all because Batman Beyond kind of reveals that he's not dead at all. He just hasn't come back yet. I'm like, okay.
Next up is Justice League of America number 10, written and drawn by Brian Hitch. The cover is atrocious. Well, everybody besides Wonder Woman looks fine. Wonder Woman's face looks god-awful. The story, there's actually stuff going on, but it does reveal a problem that I've had with this book, and that it's just so slow. It's a slow burn. 3 issues ago, Superman was supposed to be dead.
Sorry, my bad. I fucked up. There you
go. Superman was quote-unquote dead from something with Rao. And then in this issue, they reveal that they're getting ready for an attack, and Diana's like, Clark, you were close to being dead 10 minutes ago.
So 3 issues was just 10 minutes.
Yes. That's my problem. This book is so slow.
Mm-hmm.
But it looks like it's finally getting to the very end, and I'm so glad.
Yeah, the next issue is the ending.
I hope so, because I can't take any more of this.
I don't know how you took it to begin with.
I was only there for Superman, really.
I considered it picking up for Batman, but I'm like, no, I don't hate myself.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm best at. Next up is New Talent Showcase number 1, and it's written and drawn by various artists. This is a new thing that they're doing, and it's kind of a continuation. Well, they're bringing it back.
They've done showcase. They did showcases for years. They stopped doing it for years, and now they're bringing it back for hopefully years.
Well, what they're doing is they bring in a bunch of new artists and writers, and they have them trained by artists, somebody else, and Jim Lee for art, and then Scott Snyder is actually teaching these guys how to write, which is pretty cool. So like they're getting taught by
do the
some
stories
of
not make sense? Snyder.
Some of them are. It's same thing with the Batman annual. It's a mixed bag. The Constantine story I thought was good. The Superman story I thought was also really good. He has microwave vision now, which is like a combination of like his X-ray vision and his heat vision.
Microwave vision? Okay.
He uses it to take out Joker toxin from somebody. I'm not going to reveal who it was, because if you want to read it.
Okay.
But I thought that was cool.
All right.
The Harley Quinn story sucked, both story-wise and art. I showed you the art on it. It was
pretty bad.
Atrocious.
But I think Neil Adams did a pretty poor job. Nah, this one's a new.
This takes the cake.
Yeah.
The Wonder Woman one I didn't care about. The Wonder Woman, Catwoman one was kind of interesting, but it just kind of ended. There was a story with Hawk Girl, and I don't know if these are going to be leading into actual things because it's part of Rebirth.
Mm-hmm.
But I kind of want to see where some of these go. Some of them I really couldn't care less about, but was all right.
What the hell was that?
It's a table.
What'd you do?
Nothing.
Did it fall again?
No, I think it's fine, Christian. It's. This is a weird table.
It's a weird table. Sorry, blink and then the table falls. I'm like, whoa, okay. All right.
That's all I got on that one. Next up is Suicide Squad number 7, written by Robert Williams and art by Jim Lee and Scott Williams.
The ending's really cool. Sane Harley Quinn apparently is a genius.
Yeah.
I don't see how that correlates, but okay, fine. If that's what you want to do. I mean,
there's a thing in here that happens that
kind of happens, and you're like, all right. The logistics behind it don't make any sense, but okay.
Yeah, let's go with that, Rob Williams. Let's go with that. Somebody got paid to write that.
It's hard to explain without ruining it, but let's just say two characters get a little bit friendly, and Mia and Mario are left like, wouldn't one like kill the other, like in a heartbeat?
Yeah. El Diablo was back for a second.
Yeah, for a second. That was nice. I thought it was dead in the comics.
Yeah. That's all we really got on that one.
Yeah. The ending.
The backup story. Yeah, the backup story was just okay.
Yeah, it's fine.
I like the art more than the actual story itself.
Same here. I thought the actual story is like she can hold on the witch because she's got determination. I'm like, all right.
Yeah.
Continue.
Anyway, next up we got Superman Rebirth Annual number 1, written by Peter J. Tomasi and art by George Jimenez.
Yeah, this one's actually a continuing story, which was nice.
Yes.
It had a Swamp Thing in it, which was pretty cool. Though, admittedly, you pointed out to me that the story's reasoning makes no sense. It's not explained well at all why things are happening. It's just kind of happening.
I thought it was just me, but the Swamp Thing's whole thing for confronting Superman is that apparently his presence is screwing something up with the sun. Like, he's taking more solar energy than the other Superman did, and it's going to eventually have negative effects on the Earth.
Mm-hmm.
And
it wasn't really that. It's more like, apparently, like, Superman's presence was like a disturbance in causing things to happen, and like the disturbance all along was his memories. And I'm like, what? Makes no sense.
There was cool stuff. It was good. I just feel like they wanted to do two things, and they didn't exactly clash well.
Yeah.
They didn't mesh well. They kind of clashed. The art was great.
Oh yeah,
I liked the art a lot.
It looked amazing.
It reminded me of the Alan Moore Superman Swamp Thing team up.
Yeah,
for a bit, but that's all we really got on that one. We only
got. It's fun.
Yeah, for highlights, we only got one.
There's really only one that we thought was worth highlighting, and that was Titans number 5.
Yeah, it's written by Dan Abnett and art by Brett Booth.
This book was awesome.
It was.
It was so cool.
I was on the edge of my seat. If you can be on the edge of your seat, sitting on the floor reading a comic book, and I'm just like, what happens next? Turn the page.
Yeah, you're like, it's very like.
It's like crack cocaine. This book.
And the ending's heartbreaking, man. You're like, come on, don't do this to me.
There was a second where I thought that a thing wasn't gonna happen,
and then it totally happens. You're like, I should have seen that coming. But it was great. It was amazing. It was really, really good. The art's fantastic. It's exactly what should happen happens. Like, it makes sense why everything happens, and I like it a lot. But, like, you don't want it to happen that way, and it's kind of disappointing. Like, oh, no, why? No.
I liked it a lot.
So
I can't wait for the next issue.
It's fantastic. It's the best book of those 2 weeks was Titans. It's really good. It's a great book. It's really entertaining. It's really enjoyable. The characters are great. It's well drawn, well written. The cover's really cool looking.
Yeah.
I would definitely tell people to pick it up. It's a lot of fun. All right. So let's get into everything else in our collection. Should I start or should you?
You go first.
All right. So, as you've seen from the unboxing videos, I got Star Wars Smuggler Bounty. If anything's missing in this video, because I lost a few things between that recording and this recording, I think. I can't seem to find them. So I'm gonna start with my Smuggler's Bounty box, where I got a Darth Vader. What is this thing called again?
I think it's on the top.
Hikari minis, and he's like a red sparkly Darth Vader. And the more I look at him, like the video, I'm like, it's cool. And then the more I look, I'm like, I don't like it that much at all, actually. I'd be perfectly happy without it. Honestly, it's not very good. It doesn't look very good. It's just sparkly red, and I'm not a big fan of that.
It reminds me of those old McDonald's Halloween toys that were like
cheap. That were cheap is what they were.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, the variant ones, like, oh, I gotta get that one because it's a different color.
And of course, because I'm messing with Mario, I got a patch. It's a Rogue One patch, obviously, with the main male character's face on it, which is cool. Rogue One button with the robot on it, which is pretty cool.
See, this is a better patch than I get with my DC box.
Yeah, because Star Wars is better, duh. And then, of course, the ones that everyone actually cares about, the pops. The first one is the Imperial Death Trooper, which will be pretty much almost finishes up my collection. I think the only one I don't have is going to end up being C2B5, one of the droids. I got the Imperial Death Trooper. He's the one with the cool looking gun. And Death Troopers are awesome. I can't sit here and explain all day how cool they are, but it's a cool pop. I like it a lot. It's really nice. It's like a subtle green tint to it on certain parts is really interesting, and I really like. So yeah. And then the last but not least is Jin Urso. I can't ever pronounce her name. Main female heroine of the film, and this is
Okay,
her pop
life
I'm dropping everything. The pop's cool. I got this one instead of the others because I like it more. So there's a gas mask on it, and it's like coat. I think it's really cool, and the goggles I like a lot. I feel it's got more like complexity than the other ones did, and it looks cooler because of that. I don't know. I prefer this one a lot. I love the coloring. She looks awesome on it. Doesn't she not look awesome?
Yeah.
But I guess she looks awesome regardless of what she's in. So let's put those back in the box. Next up is I got my loot crate as well, which is kind of cool. Just crate after crate. Here, I'll hand this to you. You can hand this back over there. So the next thing I got was I got my loot crate. I got kind of a dilemma with the loot crate. Oh, also, sorry, I got a t-shirt. It's just the promo like poster for Rogue One, but instead of Rogue One, it's Pops. It's like pop style instead, which is kind of funny, and I'm wearing it right now. It's cool. It's blue and red colored, which I like a lot. I think it's neat. But next up is going to be the magical loot crate, and I've got kind of an issue with this one. It's incredibly underwhelming. The one cool item you get is the Doctor Strange Q-Fig figure, which is awesome because all the Q-Fig figures are awesome. I like it a lot. I think it's well designed. I think it's cool looking. You can actually get a better idea what the design is on the back.
That does look pretty cool.
Yeah, it's based on the movie Doctor Strange, and I like it a lot. I think it's really cool. The next item is a journal that says the night is dark, and it's from Game of Thrones. And the other side is the night is dark and full of terrors is the whole quote. So I thought like, wait a minute, it's only half the quote. Game of Thrones book. It's a journal. Open it up, keep logs and whatnot, which is cool. I like it. It's fine. That's neat. Big Trouble in Little China got a comic book, single issue. It's one of 6 apparently. I don't think I'll get the other 6. I've kind of read it a little bit. I flipped through it. The art's super neat, but I haven't necessarily read it yet. I've been meaning to, but I don't know. Like every time I try to read it, I'm like, it's called Big Trouble in Little China: Escape from New York, and it's just Escape from New York meets Big Trouble in Little China, and like that's cool and all, but like, I don't know. From what I've read, I'm like, this is neat, but it's just kind of a concept. It's just a concept story, and it's not very much to it. And then I get the pin for this week is a Elder Scrolls pin. Now here's my dilemma. The shirt was Magical Beasts and Where to Find Them. But it's join today the Obliviate people, whatever. And that means like, oh, join the group that obliviates people, but the movie makes very clear like that's everyone's job. I don't like the shirt. I think even if you look at it as a fan, it's really underwhelming. Like, it's kind of an underwhelming shirt. I'd rather it be an Elder Scrolls shirt, honestly. I think that'd be cooler and like a movie button, because the movie just came out. Like, a button would be fine. A button would suffice. But an Elder Scrolls shirt would be awesome, because there's not many of those. There's not many of those that I like that I can find. I don't know. I felt this box is kind of underwhelming. It's the first underwhelming box I had from them in a long ever. I think I've never had a box I wasn't almost 100% satisfied. So
I think you really just want a Niffler shirt.
I don't want a Niffler shirt. I just kind of want a I don't know how to put it. What I wanted was just, I felt the items we got were not the items that were not the items that were necessarily that good. I just thought they were really underwhelming and not very interesting. Kind of annoyed the crap out of me, honestly. It's just really annoying. I'm like, this could have been so much better. Why is it not very good? Next up, 3 pops I got for Black Friday because GameStop's best and I love them. I work there, so I got like lucky. One's an unmasked Corvo from Dishonored 2, which was super cool. The other was Evil Morty from Rick and Morty, and then Doofus Rick from Rick and Morty. And they're fun. I like them a lot. I just kind of put them in quick, like, rapid fire because really there's not much to them. Evil Morty's Evil Morty, Doofus Rick is Doofus Rick, and Unmasked Corvo is Unmasked Corvo.
Can't believe you didn't tell me that there were Evil Mortys and Doofus Ricks.
A few days ago. Like, it happened a few days ago. I'm sorry.
Could have texted me.
We still have them. Go get them. You now know.
Take me. Take me down to the GameStop city.
Go yourself.
Where
You
the
have
pops are.
I'll take you tomorrow.
Not free.
Well, I won't take you tomorrow because we close.
Yeah, I got things to do tomorrow.
I'll take you like Monday or Tuesday. I'll take you Tuesday. I'll take you Tuesday.
I got things to do Tuesday.
We go out Tuesday anyways. We'll go on the we'll stop by on the way or the way back. It takes like 5 minutes.
Just wait until later.
Well, they're not going to be there later. Like Tuesday, it's Tuesday or not. Yeah, you're going there or not. Like.
All right.
Yeah,
all right.
I thought so.
Right.
Do your stuff.
All right, so I'm still riding the Metallica hype train.
Of course you are.
They had a bunch of stuff on sale for Black Friday. One of the things that I got was a concert DVD. It's Metallica Orgullo, Pasión y Gloria, and that's the 3 days that they were in Mexico City in 2009 after 10 years of not being there. Really good concert DVD. Gives you a lot of interviews and stuff with fans, and gives you what it's like to be a fan over in Mexico. Really cool. Scored that for $4.99.
Neato.
I might get the 2 CD, 2 DVD version because that's got more material.
That's pretty cool.
Next up, I finally found the 2014 Blackened Recordings repress of Master of Puppets for vinyl. Really excited about that. Not much to it, but
it's vinyl.
It's my favorite Metallica album of all time. Get to that last. I also found the 2014 repress of the Black Album because the version I had was the 2008 Warner Brothers pressing, and those are notoriously terrible.
Yeah.
So now I have a version that doesn't skip on any tracks. And then the one thing that I really treated myself to...
You splurged?
I did splurge. I got the Ride the Lightning Deluxe vinyl thing. I didn't bring the entire box set with me. I just brought the thing.
I just don't want to.
Well, because it's heavy. But it comes with the vinyl album remastered. It comes with Live at the Hollywood Palladium on vinyl. It comes with the Creeping Death picture disc, the EP. It comes with the album on CD remastered. And then it comes with like 4 CDs of live content. And
an interview.
Yeah, a CD of interviews, a CD of demos and garage mixes, and then a DVD book, a 72-page book with pictures and stuff about the album.
Why?
3 reproduction posters.
Can I get this stuff for Tool, please? Can I like get one for like Anemia by Tool? Can I like all that content? Like, Maynard, please, man, please give me something.
And then a book of original lyrics. So I scored. It normally goes for like $150. I scored it for like $75.
You proud of yourself?
I am very proud of myself. So that's my one and only Christmas present to myself.
How much was this, out of curiosity?
I scored it for like 75. With shipping, it was like 79.
That's not bad at all.
With all that content? No.
No, it's not bad at all.
Came with digital download cards too.
That's cool.
So I am a pleased camper.
All right. That's pretty much our collection.
I also bought 5 Metallica shirts.
Wow. Surprised you didn't bring them in.
I'm wearing one of them right now.
That's a cool Ride the Lightning shirt.
Yeah. But that's all I got.
All right. So next up would be the topic of the week. This topic's going to be kind of short. It's just kind of an explanation. I feel that there's a lot of trailers that have come out this week, and we hadn't discussed any of them. And the reason is that I thought we'd probably discuss it is that we don't really... Trailers are kind of useless. Other than giving you a release date, they're really just to sell the movie. You don't really get most of the time, you don't really get a good idea what the film's going to be like or how the film's going to be. They're just usually just trying to sell you on the film. It's normally never a good idea. It's always good to take an idea of, like, when it comes to characters, how the characters will behave, or, like, certain, like, things like coloring and sometimes shooting you can get from the trailer. But really, other than that, you don't get much.
Unless it's closer to the release date and they give you the entire plot.
So yeah, sometimes they'll give you the entire plot, which is bad. The problem with trailers is that they're really just to sell you on the film. We get to hear all day, it's like, oh, did it sell us or not? And we're like, no, or yeah, it did. Trailers don't really give you anything concrete. They really just give you everything you already know, just kind of picture form now. And I'm like, we would already discussed everything they've already put up. And if we hadn't, it's already been known about pretty heavily. Like, Guardians of the Galaxy. Drax is in it. Baby Groot's in it. Rocket's in it. Characters are in it. Like, we've already discussed all the things that they show, and I'm like, all right, it's there, it's fine, it's okay. I like trailers as a fan. As a film goer, I ignore them. 90% of the time, of all the bad movies we've seen, I think only a handful have actually seen the trailer or two. Or a handful have actually paid attention to the trailer at all. Like, most of the time I just ignore trailers. They just kind of go by. I'm like, all right, whatever. Unless it's something I really, really want to see, I really don't care much about the trailer. I never saw the trailer 9 Lives.
I did.
I know you did. And like, I saw Keeping Up with the Joneses and that one haunted house movie. They were fine. Wait.
Shut In?
Shut In, yeah. We had to be specific. We saw 2 haunted house movies.
That wasn't even a haunted house movie.
Shut In.
It tried to sell itself as one. Nobody believed him.
Raccoons! Dawn raccoons! And like the rest of most, like I saw this Garbage Day's Bad Santa too. But yeah, I mean, I saw the trailer to that, but I was looking forward to that movie. I wish I wasn't now.
Some of them, I actually do pay attention to the trailers just because it gives me a little bit of an idea of what may or may not be bad coming up that I may or may not have to go and see.
Usually you know that, like, within casting choices and directing choices. Like, oh, this director's not good at this. This actor's not good at this. They're both not good at this. This isn't going to be good. Like, this is part of here. Like, it's like a director that's bad at directing emotion, and an actor that's bad at emoting. You know the emotions are not going to be there. Like, you can figure out like the pros and cons, the most likely pros and cons of a film by just watching what they're being casted. It's not hard to figure out. It's like a film major. They don't work for me. They don't make any much sense. Like, sometimes they're just cool to watch just to get me hype.
And sometimes they're just absolutely terrible. Power Rangers.
Yeah, Power Rangers is awful.
Hate that cover.
And it's just, there's no real point to talk about them because you've seen them, we've probably seen them, we've probably already discussed what was in them. The only time you actually discuss something in a trailer is when the trailer releases, like, oh, the release date's been announced. It's interesting it's being released at this time. Or like, oh, they're doing this. We didn't see this coming. This is saved for the trailer. That's nice. But most of the time they tell us, or like it's leaked before what's going to be in the trailer and like what's going to happen. Like, we usually know. Star Wars is a bit different because we don't know anything about Rogue One. And even the trailers, we don't know anything about Rogue One.
I'm glad they keep a lot of the Star Wars stuff under wraps. That keeps the magic intact.
It does, and it's really cool.
I like my Star Wars magical.
And like I said, this is a short one because we just wanted to kind of discuss. We thought it was a good time to discuss. Like, a lot of trailers came out, and like we're not going to discuss them because you know what? You've already seen them. We've already seen them. We probably like most of them.
Probably.
Yeah. Like, I don't like Wolverine 3. I'll criticize the trailer all day. The trailer's still cool. I'm probably not going to like the movie. nothing against the movie. It's just I'm just not a Wolverine fan. I liked the trailer was cool, but that's the thing with trailers. They're meant to be cool or interesting. Like, I finally watched the trailer to Arrival, and I'm like, wow, not like the movie at all.
Not at all.
Not in the slightest. I'm like, okay. I see what you're trying to sell this film as. All right, that's cool.
Yeah. Trailers are weird, man.
Trailers are weird. Not much to say about them other than the fact that you really can't... You can get an idea of what the film might be like, but you're not going to get the exact idea. A lot of times trailers are super deceiving to get you into theaters. A great example is the trailer to... what was that movie called? We loved a lot. Had the people who did Evil Dead.
Oh, Don't Breathe.
Yeah, Don't
That's
Breathe.
That's out now. $20 on Blu-ray at Walmart.
I'll probably go buy that. But Don't Breathe. Don't Breathe is a great example of a film like its trailers is nothing like the end of film at all. The trailers almost make it seem like a ghost story.
Yeah, the last jump scare that they give you, I'm like, oh, they're doing ghosts.
And then you get in like, oh no, not ghosts. So much worse than ghosts. So much worse than ghosts.
It's a Stephen Lang.
No.
Blind Stephen Lang.
It's just, you can't trust a film with trailers. You just can't. And it's unfortunate, but you can't because they're meant to sell you. They're the marketing part of a movie. It's like you can't get much from a poster. Like you've already seen what's on the poster. You already know that this image has either existed in parts or like has already existed somewhere before. It's now in a poster form. You know.
It's all just advertising.
Yeah, it's all just advertising, and like we don't really get interested in advertising unless it reveals something new about the film.
That's all we really got on it.
Yeah, we just want to discuss it real fast. We'll have a cool, quick discussion because we couldn't think of a longer one. Next up is going to be Matinee Monday. We saw Moana, and it's directed by a lot of people. Actually, God, directors are Ron Clements, Don Hall, John Musker, and Chris Williams. And this film's fantastic. I thought it was great. I loved it.
Yeah, I liked it a lot too. I think it's way better than Frozen. I hate Frozen.
I can't stand Frozen.
Frozen sucks, and the fact that it got as much publicity and as hyped as it is.
Frozen is one of the most
astounding.
cliched Disney movies for its time. Like people are like, oh, but it didn't do, but the true love was her sister the whole time. It's like, yeah, but she still found a guy, like still found a guy that she's going to end up marrying and falling in love with.
The villain twist was stupid and came out of nowhere. In fact, he
wasn't
even a villain.
Yeah,
he was providing for the entire
his point of view made a lot of
kingdom.
sense. Like, okay, yeah, he didn't do it in a particularly nice way, but like, is Elsa not kind of a psychopath? Like, she kind of abandoned her entire people because, oh, I have ice powers and I use them irresponsibly, so apparently that's everyone's fault. Every problem I have with Frozen, Moana almost addresses and does better. Like the movie makes Frozen made no sense. It didn't work as a film. No piece worked with the other piece. It was a series of ideas that never flowed together. Moana was a concept. They had a concept they wanted, and they put ideas in that worked with the concept, and it made a cohesive, interesting film. I feel like Moana is one of the few Disney movies that aren't about a European that's actually really respectful to its culture. I know a lot of people call like, oh, but it's not. There's certain things that are wrong, and I'm like, yes, but you have to understand something about selling a movie, especially a movie that isn't about white people to a white audience. I'm gonna get real racy here because let's face it, it's about race. When it comes to selling a movie, it's not about white people. They have to use cliches. It's not good. It's bad. It's awful. I hate it.
There's
I really
a level
do hate
of familiarity that people need to.
But you have to have a level of familiarity. Like, yes, Moana, its coloring, super Hawaiian. Like, the coloring is very, very reminiscent of Hawaiian. Like, I'm looking like I have these colors I recognize. But it does a really good job. Like, it knows that no one really knows these cultures very well, and no one quite understands that they're all different. But they have, like, certain similarities. So they find pieces, the similarities in each one, they combine it together to create this very unique style and this very unique form. And I really like it because you could, as when looking more into it, I could see, like, started learning about the film, and, like, oh, I could see all the pieces, and, like, how they very specifically chose pieces that would meld together with the other pieces. So it was a series of these different cultures, all part of this one area, all combining in this really fascinating film. And then you put they put a very Hawaiian color on it, except for certain parts. There's very specific parts that are, like, they didn't do it, they broke it off, and it made it very interesting. But it was great. Like, it's a really cool thing, and, like, it's a really cool movie. And yes, okay, I know a lot of people were complaining about, what's The Rock's character's name again? I always forget. Maui. Names will always be my curse. People complain that Maui looks like a stereotypical.
And Mexicans have mustaches next.
Yeah, because he's broad and he's big and he's muscular.
Italians slick their hair back. It's a thing that they do or look like.
My argument is that, like, not all the males, most of them are, but they're not all built like Maui. Maui's built because he's a god.
Demigod.
He's a god. He's literally a god. His built being huge makes sense. Her dad, I'll give you that one. He's really big.
Yeah.
It's a little bit too big.
Yeah.
And I think it's cool. I think it's a cool movie. It's really interesting. It's really entertaining. It's got
beautifully animated.
This is the one movie that does break tradition. Why? There is no love interest.
Yeah.
Maui, which would be really easy to push someone as love interest, is just her friend.
Yeah.
And, like, a part of you kind of expecting them to hook up toward the end, but they don't. They're just friends. You can't tell me that throughout the film there wasn't a part of your brain that's like, if they hooked up, you wouldn't be surprised because of Disney.
I felt they had great chemistry, but as friends.
They had great chemistry, but that's the thing. You cannot. I call BS that you're gonna look me in the eyes and there's not a party that thinks that wouldn't pull the Disney in. Every other movie, Disney movie's done it. Every Disney movie's done it, and you're gonna tell me that you weren't a little surprised when this movie didn't do it. The movie decided to make a choice not to.
Never entered my mind.
And made the. Not just choice, but it made the very clear choice. There's a very clear moment where it tells you, no, we're not doing it. And you're like, oh, wow, I didn't see that come. I didn't expect that. I expected the two of them to, like, fall in love for some dumb reason. And you're like, I'm really glad you didn't. You totally, Mario, I know you did. I know you did.
No.
And I'm calling such BS that you're saying you didn't. This is classic Mario, like, I didn't see it coming. I'm like, yeah, you did.
Really
Don't lie to me. Yeah, you totally did. I'm calling so much BS on you right now.
It never entered my mind.
Sure. The smile you're making right now tells me so much differently. But it's cool because this movie does break from Disney tradition. You know, she's not a defenseless princess. She actually does things. To her in Frozen, and I will use this a lot because there's a lot of things really. In Frozen, Anna's useless.
Yes.
Other than being a pain in the butt, Anna is useless. And honestly, Elsa's just an annoying ice queen. Like, bratty, full of herself, annoying turd. In this one, yes, Moana is kind of selfish. And yes, she gets a little stubborn, but she has a reason. Like, it makes sense. She's strong. She wants to learn. She wants to be better. She wants to be strong. She's constantly trying to prove herself. And it's really cool. You know, she's very smart. She's very... but along with that, it's like, oh no, she's a smart girl. It's like, no, she's just a really talented person. They really pushed that. I really like this film for it. And I appreciate it. I feel it's probably the most original of all the Disney movies, honestly.
Which is saying quite a bit, considering that it takes a lot of beats from a lot of other movies. Headstrong, female character that wants more out of life, but lives under a restrictive family. I don't think she wants more out of life.
I think she was fine to where she was. The problem came to is when their way of life was jeopardizing their safety. And I think,
but you get what I'm saying.
I guess as a kid, she's like, oh, I want more. And then she realizes, no, maybe it is best I stay here. And it is best that I work with my family. Because, yes, it's probably the right thing to do. It's like very like, I see everyone's point. I see your point of view. It probably is a good thing that I stay here and be chief. I would love to go into the ocean. It's only when she realizes, oh, we don't have any fish. We're all going to die. Maybe we should try leaving. And that's when she decides, no, I have to do this because it's the only way. And it's cool because the movie makes her sensible.
Yeah.
She's raised a particular way. So she has these particular ideals. Does she want to do other things? Yes. But she feels like it'd be a disservice to her people if she did. And I appreciate how the film was like, so obviously she wouldn't, yes, that'd be there, but that wouldn't be on the forefront of her mind. It's only when their threat comes where they need to leave to survive. That's when she's like, okay, maybe I should leave. And that's when the kind of like, it's like, no, you should never leave. And it's like, well, we could die if I don't. It's really well done. I really appreciate that.
You brought up the fact that she's destined to become chief of her people.
Yeah.
I love how they don't make a big deal about it. Oh, you're a girl. No, they don't make a big deal of it. And it's so refreshing because I'm so tired of people that write movies and shows like, oh, you can't do this because you're a girl. Yes, I can. You just don't believe in me or you're sexist or something.
Yeah, they all believe in her. Like, they're all cool. They're like,
they're
okay,
all,
cool, whatever.
Nobody says anything. And it's so refreshing. If you are writing a character that you want to be a strong female role model, don't make a big deal out of it. Just write them strong. Don't have any kind of opposition, really. And
it's like
you don't need to.
People argue like, oh, if you don't write it that way,
have faith in your characters.
You can't. There's no like struggle. I'm like, the struggle is that they're trying to do
a thing.
Like they're trying to be chief. They're trying to be president. They're trying to lead. Like the struggle shouldn't be they're trying to lead and they're female. That's just so stereotypical.
Have enough faith in the strength of your writing and your characters and to not use
and
that.
And your actors should be ability to like you pick these actors for a reason. They should if you pick these actors, they should be able to give the character you want. You should rely that you have done the work and the work should pay off. A lot of some great things become bad because of them constantly questioning themselves. George Lucas is a great example. He's constantly questioning himself when normally he has great ideas. He just needs to trust that his great ideas will work fine and not worry that will people buy the product. It's like, no, just go with your great ideas. People will buy it because your name's on it.
I want to talk about the voice acting because I felt that it was really, really strong.
Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson is the greatest thing to ever grace this world, but it's okay. We don't have to discuss him. I would sit here and discuss 20 minutes just Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson because I love Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. I love him because I think he's a great guy. I think he's a great person and a great actor. Even he's in the worst movies. I just love him. Like, you're so much fun in this and everything you do. So much respect for him. I love him so much.
I cannot, for the life of me, pronounce the actress who plays Moana.
If I remember properly, this is her first big push into film, or at least into voice acting. And not only does she kill it, but I could see her being a star from this.
Oh, totally.
She has talent. She really does get into this character and does a great job portraying this character.
I wonder how John Travolta is going to butcher her name.
Has an awkward hug with her too, because it's John Travolta, guys. You got awkward hugs and like bad pronunciation of names. That's how he rolls.
They have great chemistry together.
Oh yeah, I was sold.
Fantastic.
First conversation, sold. Like, you're welcome. That song was perfect, and like the reaction between the two of them, she doesn't have to say a word, and just watching how they draw her character, and then when she does start talking, it's just so perfect.
And then whoever voices, there's a giant crab thing in there. He starts singing. It's the guy that does the.
It's Jamie Clement, I think his name is, and
he voices the cloud on Rick and Morty.
Yeah,
that they call the fart cloud.
The fart cloud.
And I'm like, I turned to Christian at that bit in the movie. I'm like, this crab sounds like David Bowie meets Tim Curry.
Yeah, and then they do a song which is totally sounds like a David Bowie song. Like, totally sounds like David Bowie would sing happily. And he acts like Tim Curry. He totally does. He's a ham. He's such a ham. Who's also a crab. I love this film. It's a great time, man.
Beautifully animated.
The ending's really cool. Like, it has an ending twist, like all Disney films do, but it makes a lot of sense. Like, I went back and thought, I was like, no, you see, that makes a lot of sense in hindsight because the story is told through time, so certain details would be not in there, and like Maui wouldn't remember certain things because maybe he didn't see certain things. Like, you sit there and you think about it, it's like, wow, actually made a lot of sense. I see what you did there. It's clever. Because maybe Maui didn't see everything, doesn't remember everything. Maybe the story isn't exactly what we know it to be. We have the basics, that's all that matters. It's really good.
That pig sure got the shaft, though.
What?
That pig was in for like 3 minutes.
I was talking to you about this, and I honestly believe what happened was they had him on the boat with them in the original script. But then they realized there's just too many characters here. Let's cut off one of the because when you have too many characters, the best thing to do is cut out some of the comic reliefs.
Yeah.
Say you've got 10 characters, 3 from a comic relief, and you feel like the 10 characters too much, cut out a comic relief or 2. You're fine. Usually, because you have to give backstory, not for them, and it's easier, right? This one, it's like, okay, it's 2 characters and a chicken who's a comic relief, and he's hilarious. It's hilarious the whole time. And then kind of the sea, who's also kind of comic relief, but also pertains to the plot. Like the sea is kind of this like weird god thing. It's also sentient. A dog. It's basically a dog.
I turn over to Christian. Hey, when's the pop coming out for the sea?
Yeah, I thought it was hilarious.
I also kind of want to touch briefly on the animated short that appears before this.
Oh, it was great.
I didn't catch the name of it, but I liked it a lot.
I did too. It was really good. It was super cute.
There are a lot of jokes in there that really hit with me and my dark sense of humor. I
gotta keep you alive. I got to keep you alive. And I'm like, buddy, it's okay.
I wasn't expecting it the first time. And I just erupt in laughter because
it's really funny.
It's not really spoiling anything. A guy wants pancakes or something, and his heart says, "Yeah, let's go get some," or his stomach's like, "Yeah, let's get some pancakes. I'm hungry." His brain's like, well, if you eat all these like 2,000 something calories, and you're gonna get fat and die.
It's a lot of you're gonna blank and then die. You're gonna blank and then die. And it's just hilarious. It's absolutely funny. They give when they release the movie on Blu-ray, they put the shorts in them too, right?
They should.
Because I'm gonna get Moana on Blu-ray.
Oh,
I have
totally.
to. And I hope the shorts. I will rewatch that short over and over again. It's hilarious. It's so funny.
It's got a good message.
Yeah, it's fantastic. It's got a good message. It's really well done. It's fascinating. Like I said, I feel like the pig. You can tell how they want him to be a bigger part of the plot, but it's like we don't really need him on the boat. And it's like, well, we can keep him in the beginning doing his thing, have him like a fun character with the chicken, because there's all other these things going on. We just kind of cut him out with everybody else. And I'm like, I thought that was fine. You can kind of tell you thought it would be a bigger thing, but I'm happy it's not, because it had just enough characters for me.
Yeah. That's all we really got.
Also, like, does she really be trying to save a pig when she's also trying to keep a dumb chicken alive the entire movie? That chicken's an idiot. Why she allows the chicken to live through the entire film astounds me.
Boat snack.
Boat snack. I love him so much. Eat up. Boat snack. He's the best.
Is that all?
He's the best.
Is that all we really got? I think that's all we got.
Yeah, the film's fantastic.
Go see it.
Go see it. You'll have a great time.
See it twice.
Make this bigger than
Take the kids.
Make this bigger than Frozen, please.
Please take the kids.
Take the kids. They'll have a great time. They'll have a fantastic time.
You have a good time too.
When I go home for Christmas, if it's still in theaters, I might go see it with my little brother.
It'll probably still be in theaters.
I think he'll enjoy it. Well, guys, it's time for everyone's favorite Garbage Day.
Garbage Day!
This week's Garbage Day is actually a huge disappointment to me. Bad Santa 2. Let me explain something. I loved the original Bad Santa. I thought it was hilarious. I think it's funny, it's dark, it's really twisted. It's a good time. This movie's the exact opposite of that. I don't know what happened, but I was more cringing the entire time than I was laughing.
I was staring blankly at the screen.
Wondering why the whole time.
Yes.
There's no jokes in there. There's just a series of really depressing moments.
There was one thing I laughed at. It was whatever Billy Bob Thornton's character's name is. He was asking for money. He's like, "Come on, think about somebody besides your effing self."
Yeah.
What is that rabbit doing?
I don't know.
It was terrible.
It was terrible. It was awful.
Other than that one line, I didn't laugh once. Not even a smile.
I did find it great though. Like, Paul goes in the money. There was like, what you can't. You'll get fired. We're robbing them later anyways. Like, all right, that was pretty funny. I'll give you that. I don't know.
Like I did get one more laugh at it. It was like where him and the main chick hook up for the first time or whatever, and he says something like, I'm not really the sentimental romantic type, but you got nice big titties.
And she's just like, thanks. You're welcome. And I'm like, I don't think this is scripted. I think this is how Thornton just compliments women, honestly. I don't know, man. This movie was garbage. It's awful. Like, there's not much to say about it. The problem with the film is that there's not much to say other than, yeah, it's a bad movie.
It just kind of ends.
Yeah, things just kind of happen. You almost think it's going to end super dark, and you get a little excited for that because that'd be a really unique way to end the movie.
How did the movie end? I forgot how it ended.
He gets shot.
The fat kid gets shot, right?
Yeah. And, like, his mom goes to jail for being a turd. The kid gets shot. But then, like, was it a bullet wound he got earlier?
He got shot in the butt or something.
No, Thornton's character.
That was the midget guy. He dies, didn't he? He gets
Thornton,
shot and run over by a car.
How did Thornton get hurt again? Because didn't he get hurt?
I don't know.
Because he ended up passing out. Remember? And you almost thought he died?
I really don't remember.
No, like, come on, think about it. It's on the tip of my tongue what happens. It's killing me. Like, it was so stupid. He gets, like, the kid gets shot in the butt. And then I think he gets, like, shot by accident. Like, he gets hurt.
Something like that.
And then he goes he's like on the thing, and the kid turns out to be fine. It would be hilarious if the kid actually died. That'd be really sad. I was kind of hoping that it was one of those everyone dies endings. And then he has he has an aneurysm or something because of what happened to him, or like it says a seizure because of what happened to him, and then almost dies. And I'm thinking this movie might end hilariously dark. And I'm like, oh no, you see him again. He's doing a hand job.
Oh yeah, that was a thing that happened.
Yeah. He kills the midget.
Yeah.
Because somehow he survives.
Oh yeah, okay.
No, he doesn't kill him.
He doesn't kill him.
He teabags him.
He teabags him. And the first 4 minutes of the credits is just Billy Bob Thornton's junk on this guy's face.
I found it hilarious that within like 15 minutes of the movie, the people in front of us left.
Oh my god.
They were done.
It was like 15 minutes, and I think it was us and like 4 or 5 other people. They left. They were out of there, man.
Like a particular joke, I guess was really not. It wasn't very tasteful. I can't remember exactly what it was, but it wasn't really tasteful. And you could hear the front of them all get up and then walk out.
They didn't come back.
And I'm like, I don't blame them. I would have walked out too.
Yeah.
The movie was awful. It's really not much to say about it. The problem with a bad comedy is that the most you can say is that it wasn't funny. And it's hard to, like, there's nothing really in here that really latch onto. There's things that just kind of happen, but they're not very good.
No, not even in the slightest. I'm kind of ashamed to admit that I even saw this movie.
I am too. Like, I feel bad about it. Like, I gave money to someone who shouldn't have got it. Like, he's got like a few bucks, like a 20. He probably got like $20 from the movie, and we're just like, yeah, he shouldn't even gotten that.
Because I mean, at least for 9 Lives and Shut In, I get some laughs out of it, but this one I got nothing.
Yeah, this one's kind of hard because it's an awful lot of nothing in this film.
It was almost dead. There was like maybe one other couple in there, and they were on their phones
the whole time. Yeah, I know.
The entire time.
The movie was awful. Yeah, I don't really hard to say other than that, but
don't see it, folks.
Don't see it. It's not worth your
Please
time.
don't.
Don't even
if
bother.
You value
just watch
your
Bad
sanity.
Santa 1. Just watch the original Bad Santa again. You'll get lots of laughs. It's be impossible to convince Mario to watch the first Bad Santa because he hates this one so much.
If you value your sanity or your dignity, don't watch this.
Yeah, well, I don't value either, so I saw it.
Well, so do I. What does that say about me?
Well, guys, another episode of Collectors Coalition. We'll see you all next time.
Adios.
Thank you for listening to Collectors Coalition, a Magnesium Studios production. If If you like what you've heard, be sure to like us on Facebook and subscribe to us on iTunes. We're also available on PodOmatic and Soundcloud.
Be sure to follow us on Instagram at Collectors Coalition and on Twitter at Collect Coalition.
Stupid character limits.
If you want to write in, drop us a line at thecollectorscoalition@gmail.com. For exclusive footage, be sure to check out our YouTube channel. Just search Collectors Coalition.
And remember, stay nerdy, my friends.